guys, happy Monday. So not anything too exciting today. Is it Monday? Gosh, I just can't keep track of my days. But anyway, nothing too exciting today after kind of an action-packed weekend. Not much going on today. I went out to a new install that I just completed. The one in that crawl space where I converted the electric furnace to a heat pump. Simple fix. Wasn't anything that I did. But I hate going back on brand new installs and fixing stuff. It's kind of a pain in the butt. And then I went back out to my full basement duct job to continue on running and slinging duct. Sorry, I'm tired. I can't even talk right now, but I'll get this video out today. And just the heat's getting to me. It's like 96 degrees today. I just with each passing year, I can't deal with the heat anymore. So maybe I'm in the wrong business, huh? Oh well. Enjoy the video. Happy Monday morning, guys. So a little bit of a sidetrack here this morning. I'm heading out to my ductwork job in that basement that I was working on the last couple of days, and this is that brand new install that I did, heat pump and ductwork. This will kind of jog your memory. It's the one where I put the screen over the registers because they got hardwood floors going in soon. But it was going into cooling, but nothing was coming on. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the thermostat over to heating, and hopefully it's. Gosh, I hope it's not a thermostat issue because I've had good luck with these Focus Pros. But man, oh man, I went ahead and flipped it into heating. Let's see if we can get her to click over to heat, and then I'll flip it back over to cool. Hoping that's the only issue because I didn't have any issues when I did my startup and commissioning. So. Let's wait for this delay. 81 degrees in here. Ouch. And it's early in the morning still. All right, thermostat says heat on. Let's see if we got some air coming out of these. I don't feel anything. Oh, I hope we don't have an issue with power maybe. Yeah, we don't have anything running. What's going on here? Well, let's start by jumping at the thermostat and see if that's our issue. You can't tell me that these new Focus Pros are going to have problems with the relays clicking too, huh? Alright guys, I jumpered R and Y and I got nothing, and well, I already did it, but I'll show you. And then I put one lead to R, one lead to common, hot and common. We don't have 24 volts, so we got some issue down below. So we're gonna go back down into the old crawl space. Alright guys, we got cool on. If you can read that, 70 degrees, room temp's 81. It says cool on right there. Take my word for it. We now have our air handler blowing air. Let's go out to our condenser. I'll show you guys what the culprit is. And it really pisses me off, man. There you go. Heat pump's running. No problems. Looking good. Let me show you the problem. And it pisses me off. So I'll tell you guys what happened here. And actually, I'm still going to change it out, but the real reason this thing quit was my pump wasn't pumping, and it filled up my secondary for temporarily. But the homeowner electrician was down here putting his plug in for my pump, and he bumped this out of level. It was sitting cockeyed out. So I fixed it the way I had it when I installed it, and now I heard the pump kicked on, and we got rid of that water, that condensation. So we're good now, system's running. But when I came down here, I was kind of pissed. Because this Diversitech SOS1 switch was tripped, but that was the reason why. But I've had these things fail on me for no reason. Just out of the blue. So I'm still going to swap it out when I come back. I'm going to put an SS2 in there, but I'm just going to let the guy know, hey, watch watch yourself when you're around this pump, because if you knock it out of level, you're going to kill your system again. And I'll do something to try to support that better, so if somebody comes down here and hits it, it doesn't happen again. But keep that thing level, man. Your house is going to be hot if you do not. All right, I'm going to head off to my regular job now. All right, guys, we're back out here on this basement job. So if you remember Friday, I had to pull off because I didn't have any 8-inch elbows to keep going on these runs. So I got the one I put up here, and then my other one is going to go right there. And then those are those two 8-inch that are coming off my plenum right there. They're going to tie into each one. And then I got myself a bunch more 6-inch pipe. I can start working on all my laterals and try to get all this ductwork in. Hopefully today. We'll see how motivated I am. My brother's sick. And yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near that. Don't want to get sick. So anyway, yeah, I'll start piping these. I'll show you guys how it looks. Easy as can be. 25.5-inch piece of 8-inch. Got her connected. That's going to flow real good. Maybe I should have put a damper on that one, but we'll see. We'll see how she responds. I can get to this stuff later. This is all staying open as part of the mechanical room. Let's work on this other one. I'll start working on that boot over there. All right, guys, and just like on this side, I'm going to go ahead and cut myself a nice 2x4 for the bottom. I just think it makes everything a lot more sturdy. And then I'll do my plaster ground / boot lock around my 4 sides and use the top boot lock as kind of a support for the top. And that seems to work out pretty good. So that's what we're going to do over here. All right, let's measure this. 22 5/8. I didn't bring my speed square down, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Alright, let's screw that sucker in. So 11 5/8 from the top will be the bottom of our 2x4. Level, anyway. Working slow today. I don't know what it is. Probably because it's Monday. I already had to go mess with something this morning. Get out of my flow. Name of the game, though, right? Alright, I'm gonna, instead of using my measurement, I'm gonna go get my level and make that level. Ugh. Much better to have her level. That'll be more better. Gotta go lefty. twisted. Should have brought my hammer. Here's my hammer. There we go. Now we'll go prep our boot lock. Alright guys, just like the other side, I got my 2x4 on the bottom here, so that'll rest on there and I can fasten it down real nice to the studs. And then here we'll just span across to the other stud. I can screw that down and then screw these down, so nice solid connection so the sheetrockers can't mess my boots up. Nothing I hate more than fighting grills later. Just like that, guys. Looking good. Got my nice flat screws on there too, so I won't be blocking the sheetrockers. I hate when the guys use regular sheet metal screws and the sheetrockers complain because it puts little dimples in the sheetrock when they're trying to hang it. It bulges out a little bit right where your screw head is, so always use flat screws. But she's all nice and secured down. I got her screwed to the studs there. Let's get that 8-inch ran. All right, guys, there she is. She's all strapped up, looking good. All the way to my boot there. Now if I can get my brother out here this week to seal all this. I got lots of new stuff for him to seal, and I'm going to make sure he does a better job than what he did on that rectangular duct. Alright, let's go start working on these laterals in the joist space. Alright guys, got my first 8-inch in there. A couple things I want to note. Strapped accordingly where it needs to be. And then always put your snap lock seam down so it's easy to brush on your mastic afterwards. But yeah, nothing too interesting to see here. I'll just keep moving along with each run. Alright guys, a little pro tip here. So working on this 6-inch run here, there's where it originates. There's where it ends. There's my boot. But you don't want to fasten your boot in place yet. What you want to do is just tack it so you can get your measurement, because your last piece to go in, you're going to want to be able to pull this back and then reconnect it. I'll have my my boot lock and everything on this. Then all I got to do is just pull the boot back onto there. Boom, done. So looks like probably at least a couple 5-footers maybe, and then a short little piece, but we'll see how it works out. I'll show you how it's done. All right guys, let me show you how this is done. So now all I got to do is put my plaster grounds on there, and then probably get one more strap there, maybe one back there. We'll see. Yeah, easy as it gets. All right, I don't think a sheetrocker can screw that up. So it's nice and solid. Got a nice place to screw our grill into in the future. And yeah, I off-centered that screw so it won't hit that screw head if you go try to put the grill on later during trim. Like I said, I'm just going to get probably one more strap on this and I'll move on to the next one. But take your time on these guys. You don't want to have problems later when it comes to trim. I guarantee you that you will if you don't make the precautions now. All right, guys, added a couple straps to that. Looking good. I got 3 more of these to do. I'm not going to bore you with it. They're all going to be just like this. But like I said, always do it the right way in the rough-in stage, and you won't fight it in the trim stage. So we'll continue on. If you're wondering why that's flexed there, that's the old stuff that goes upstairs to the finished part of the house. So I just tied onto that before. It's fine. The rest of the stuff, all my new stuff, is all rigid metal. Nice and pretty, except for my brother's mastic there. Ugh. Now what the hell, I'll show you guys doing a 10-footer at a time here. It's the Leaning Tower of... She goes. Let's see how that looks. Always wants to catch him. Same brand. Harder than it should have been. On there very much. Too old for this. All right, get some straps on her. Alright guys, I'm running out of mojo here, so I'm just kind of getting these all out of this lid over here. But anyway, remember that one from the last week that I have the 8-inch top takeoff there that I forgot to put a piece of pipe on it? So I just got to kind of, what I'm going to do is I'm going to goop the inside of this with some Pookie and shove it in there, and then I'll strap it so it can't move, and I'll let it dry overnight. That'll never come apart. Oops. Alright guys, I got her buttered on real thick there on the inside of that pipe. So it's probably the last thing I'm going to do today. Shove this on, get it strapped down. Look up in there, you can see my 8-inch in there. So we'll get that on so that can set in and it won't come off. I could probably find a way to get a screw on that, but you know, it probably doesn't need it. Once that hardens, we'll see how solid of a connection that is. And then I'm going to grab the Pookie and I'm going to show you guys what the mastic should look like on the ductwork. I'm going to go over to my brother's and fix it. Alright guys, what do you not see? You don't see daylight. That's good, because I'm inside of that pipe. Come down. Alright, she's all gooped. I got her locked into place with my strap. She'll be good to continue on connecting to on another day. Let me show you what from the other day. My brother's kind of sloppy duct sealing. This is the one that really gets me, this one here. Look at that. Before, let me show you after. Alright guys, I'm finished. What do you think? I did a pretty good job. I'm kidding. This is the one. I'm going to leave this. I want my brother to see this. Let me show you the one I just did. There you go. Now, does it look like somebody actually cared when they were applying it? That's what it should look like, okay? Not like this. Definitely not like that. Unbelievable. Just like that. I'm out of here.